Hello,
Hey, we're live.
everyone. We are live. Yes, the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast. I am Austin Pez Howell, hanging out with you guys, running the reins tonight. We're a little short-handed of people tonight, but we'll have a special guest in just a little bit. But as always, JPO is here with me. How's it going, JPO?
Yes, indeed. And what a week to have a short staff. We got the Rumble, baby, one of my
I
favorite
know.
reviews of the year. Is only a couple days away, literally 2 days, not even 2 full days, because it'll be done by 5 p.m. or
Yeah, I know. So it's actually, yeah, like if you think about it, really more like a
yeah,
day
day
and
and a
three
half.
quarters, day and
Yeah,
3/4 away, something like that. Yeah, not that far away. Yes, it is Rumble season. I don't know about you. I've had some Rumbles on in the background over the last week or so. I always kind of do that to
I've
kind of
been
gear up
trying.
for it.
I've only seen two, but I'm trying to get
Yeah.
more, and I always do that myself. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, just to get you in the Rumble mode, put those
Oh
Rumbles
yeah.
on just in the background, have a little fun. So yeah, what we're gonna do tonight is we'll run down some news really quick. We'll keep it kind of a short show tonight because we got a thing me and JP have to do in a little over an hour. So we'll keep the news bits pretty quick. We'll run down the fantasy. I've got the updated scores going into the Rumble, and we'll explain how that's gonna work, and then we'll get into all of our Rumble predictions. We got a wheel, we'll spin all that stuff, and we'll lay everything out. So yeah, we'll get to some news first. And I think one of the bigger things, JPO, because we can talk about kind of any like WWE stuff that relates to the Rumble as we kind of do the predictions. We can kind of talk about the storylines and whatnot, getting into that. But yeah, we did have another debut, and I'm sure JPO can get into it. But yeah, because we just talked about Tommaso Ciampa, him letting his contract run out very recently. What was that, like 2 weeks ago or something? Here we were talking
I
about that
I mean it was, and we
last
just discussed it
week.
last Thursday, so it's
Yeah,
fresh. Yeah.
totally fresh. And then yeah, Mark Briscoe was cutting a promo on Dynamite over on AEW, and the lights went out, and the Psycho Killer appeared. Tommaso Ciampa popping up on AEW just like that. So I obviously didn't have any kind of
Yeah,
non-compete
good
thing or
for
anything
him.
like that.
That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
so
Yeah.
pops right up. But yeah, JPO Ciampa showing up in AEW just like that, making the turnaround.
Wasting no time. Yeah, Mark Briscoe just defeated El Clone and put up an open challenge for Saturday. Who wants to get
Mm-hmm.
froggy? And yeah, first it was the Black Heart was the first kind of signal that it might be him.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, the Psycho Killer pops up on screen, and good seemed like a good pop he got too that night. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, looking into interviews, it kind of seems to be kind of just a similar to like Moxley and others, where it's just like, hey, WWE only saw me kind of in one way. I definitely couldn't be the Psycho Killer. That was definitely not going to be allowed. Just kind of in this tag team that also wasn't necessarily always focused on. So it seemed like, discussions with AEW, he liked what they were pitching him. So yeah,
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa is all elite and already going to have a TNT title match on Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's if we were doing fantasy for AEW as well, he might be a hot prospect, for the week of fantasy. But we're not doing AEW right now; we're doing WWE. Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I think his glory days, you would probably agree, JPO, were those NXT like Black and Gold days with the Johnny Gargano feud and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Goldie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kind of when he was one of the top guys over there. And yeah, I mean, DIY was a solid tag team, but yeah, I feel like the last couple of years they were not, pushed kind of in, mid card purgatory, if you will. So just maybe just was never slated for him to be kind of an upper level guy. It just kind of is what it is, unfortunately. But yeah, so that was kind of the main story that came out of that. I did see something that Pat McAfee might be returning soon, maybe even for the Rumble, back on the commentary team, which would make sense. It's a big pay per view. I could see him,
I hope not, but maybe.
maybe I could see him popping out and joining the commentary team for the Rumble.
I
Just
like him, but I
there.
also do
Yeah,
think I will like kind of side with like it's unfair to those that are there every week to be like,
right.
hey, now that's the biggest time of the year. Fuck off.
Yeah, I know, but they love them some Pat. So but hey,
I know I
to be
do like
fair,
him. I can't say I mean I wouldn't
to be
smile when
fair,
he
it
popped
might
up.
be a thing where he maybe only joined for like the one match for the actual Rumble. It might not be for the entire pay per view. I could actually see that happening as well.
It did seem like the rumors were like, at least after the bowl and Super Bowl, I think that's what it's called,
Yeah.
in February that he might be back for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, once that's all said and done, it's funny. I'll be like around town some places sometimes, like either at the gym or like at some restaurant eating lunch, and like his show will be on ESPN, and I'm always like, oh yeah, he does have like a daily show on ESPN at like noon or 1 or something like that. But he does have wrestling paraphernalia around his desk, so I appreciate that. He's got a Rey Mysterio mask like front and center. But yeah, so what else we got going on? I don't know. I may just throw it to you for a couple of news bits because I think most of the news bits kind of revolved around the Rumble for the most part. Champion was kind of the big story of the week, but
Yeah.
going on, yeah.
Yeah, not nothing too much crazy to add here. Let's see some of the bits I had. Yeah, if anyone's wondering while we're talking, the MLW Battle Riot is happening. But if you're
Oh
looking
yeah,
to
right
watch it
now.
besides being there live, well, it's not
Yes.
live yet though, so it is taping
Okay.
and it will air next Thursday. So unless you're in Kissimmee, Florida, watching it live, if you're looking to watch it, it will be next Thursday on their YouTube channel and
Okay.
BN Sports if you have it on TV, but literally free on YouTube. So Battle Riot will air next Thursday. Another fun thing to look forward to in the Rumble 2 is, of course, don't forget the female do have to have modesty rules, so everyone's going to look like a Power Ranger of some sort. They hopefully they know in advance, because if you remember the first one, I want to say Natalia and like Lacey Evans. I want to say like I don't know if they just didn't have time or if they were just afraid of what they could wear, so they just wore like 5XL t-shirts and
Well, I
and
think in
long
this case
pants.
they've known for a while the Rumble is gonna be there, so I think they've all had
Yeah,
plenty
oh
of
yeah,
time to
no.
like
My only fear is like,
make custom outfits. Yeah,
what if
yeah,
somebody got called last second, like Lita, we need you, and she's like, I don't fucking know
right.
anything. Shit. Because
Yeah,
I would imagine your Charlottes, your Rhea's can like have known, so like
yeah,
they can plan and like we've seen a lot of these women wrestle now in Saudi Arabia. By this time, they've been to Saudi a lot, so
yeah.
So yeah, that actually it's kind of fun to actually kind of like them looking differently. Just in the sense of like sometimes they get to have fun with new kind of gear that you never see them typically wear.
Right.
One person, two people that we won't see though, unfortunately, unless they cancel last second to get a quick flight. Kevin Owens and Michin have announced that they're at like a watch party in Florida. So unless some sort of shenanigans were to be had where they don't show up or whatever, Michin I guess got recently hurt. Nothing big where she maybe will be cleared anytime, but enough to where they sent her to this watch party. And same thing with Kevin Owens. There was rumors of maybe he could squeeze in, but it does look like they will be just kind of hanging with fans in Orlando. Shout out to Bear Bronson. He is officially a member of the TNA roster. He is signed, sealed, and delivered. He was recently last week part of the system now. Fandango retired. He gave his spot to Bear Bronson, and then they beat the shit out of him. They beat the shit out of Fandango, but Moose didn't know, and then they beat the shit out of Moose. And then also Cedric Alexander is part of the group now. So Cedric Alexander, Bear Bronson, Brian Myers, and Eddie Edwards are your members of the system now. Fandango is retired, and Moose is probably just going face. I know Rey Mysterio has also been questioned. He got a little hurt on Monday again. He is in Saudi Arabia. There was photos of him, doing other things. So he's in the area, but whether or not he'll be physically able to, we'll see. And then another unfortunate injury too. The guy just had a tag team title shot. Jake Doyle, the former Jake something,
I
also got
that.
hurt.
Yeah,
In the
right after
match too.
Yeah,
Right after the debut, had like I want to say only had like the squash match, and then like this maybe I'm not even sure if he had like a third. He might have had a third match, but this was easily his biggest match yet with FTR. And obviously FTR retained the tag titles, and so it's one of those. It depends on severity and if you need surgery or not. But you are looking at several months, regardless. You're looking at 4 months, maybe 8 months plus, depending on the severity and if it's surgery or not. So, I think that's all I got. Just some quick notes on MLW, Bear Bronson, Mysterio. So
Yeah, no, that's fine. We can just keep it short this week because we got a lot of Rumble stuff to do when we get there. Quite a few things, but I'll go ahead and I do have the updated fantasy scores going into the Rumble because we had some interesting swings this week. So let's talk about it because we've got some updated scores here. JPO, you had a very good week, so you might be happy with what happened throughout the week. Just to note, we did have 3 shows coming coming out of the week because we had a SmackDown, we did have a Saturday night's main event, and also a Raw. So 3 opportunities for fantasy scores. JPO, you had kind of a typical SmackDown, just 10 points, not a whole lot coming out of there. You did have Jade Cargill did wrestle for the first time, so you finally got some points out of her. So that's at least something. Richie had 15 points coming out of SmackDown. Rhonda had a really good one, 40 points coming out of SmackDown, and I had 20. And Saturday night's main event, unfortunately, me and Richie were texting back and forth about this. He's like, I'm finally going to get some points for Jacob Fatu. And
no match.
Cody didn't even start. Yes,
bell never rang. Bell never rang.
Nah, the bell never rang, so no points whatsoever. Cage match even said, yes, Cody, Jacob Fatu never officially started, so no points there, unfortunately for me or Richie with that. So big nothing there. 20 points for me coming out of Saturday night's main event. 45 points for you coming out of that, JPO. So you had a pretty solid Saturday night's main event coming out of there with a few people on your roster doing all right there. And then mostly the ladies, with that title defense and whatnot. And then let's see, Richie had 30 points coming out of Saturday night's main event. Rhonda also with 30 points. And then Raw, this is where you really started to shine, JPO, with that main event certainly helping you out because officially, according to Cage Match, CM Punk defeated AJ Styles via disqualification. So it still counts as a win, according to Cage Match, but a successful title defense. So 35 points even just for Punk winning and retaining in the main event. So those title retentions always coming in handy. But even overall, you had like a good 60 points or so coming out of Raw. So pretty prosperous Raw for you, sir, coming out of there. A lot of your roster getting on the show. Richie getting 25 points out of Raw, 15 for Ronda, 15 for myself. So your updated standings going into the Rumble, Richie's still standing at 115. Unfortunately, his roster is not quite performing probably as much as he wanted to. And here's where it gets very, very interesting. Ronda with 200 points, so breaking that 200-point threshold. Myself with 205. JPO, you have jumped into the lead with that Raw at 225. So, but even then, only a 25-point difference between you and even Ronda in third place. So anything can happen going into a PLE this weekend with the Rumble. We could certainly have a lot of different outcomes and a lot of point swings. So a very tight race right now. Going into the Rumble, but JPO, it looks like maybe it'll be a situation just like the AEW where it's like me and you jockey for position, first and second, sort of a thing. So we'll see how everybody performs. A lot of points to be had in the Rumble because with the PLE, even if you just have somebody in the match, if the men's Royal Rumble is the main event, even for just being in there, every one of your roster people will get 15 points just for participation. By itself, just 10 points for being in the match and an extra 5 for the main event. So that's 15 points per person. So that we could have some interesting swings coming out of the Rumble. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, speaking of the Rumble, we can get. Sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm gonna do one more thing, but go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say. I guess we should also just quickly note too. New SmackDown Tag Champs too this week. And the MFTs, this version of Solo and Tama were the ones that actually won the title. So kind of hard to figure out which teams they're going to go with, evidently.
Well, and Ronda was very disappointed because she has the Tongas, remember, as a tag team,
right?
On her roster.
What I would say would make sense.
And it wasn't not the Tongas winning the titles; it was Solo and one of the Tongas. So unfortunately, that doesn't count as a tag team victory.
I could see them freebirding getting points later. Because that is technically who won the titles for those two. Yeah.
Come on in. She's here. She's being shy. How's it going? She's here. Rhonda's here. So we do have a formality, so I almost forgot. We do have to get to the potential, if anybody wants to make any potential roster swaps right here before the Rumble. We have to go around and get that. Richie's the only one who has used one so far with one, but I don't believe he wanted to. I think he told me he didn't need to make any roster swaps, so he's going to write it out through the Rumble. But we go up according to the standings. So Rhonda, you were in third place with 200, but very close to myself and JPO. But you can do it right now. You have an opportunity. Everybody else has 3 roster swaps. If you'd like to make any swaps, the floor is yours.
I don't need to.
Don't need to. Okay. So she changed her mind. So nothing there. We are going to me. And it's an interesting one. I'm going to maybe do a temporary one based on a hunch that I have potentially. I'm going to swap out my wild card, which is currently Ilya Dragunov, who I like the guy a lot, and I'm going to switch my wild card to Roman Reigns. I'm going to pick up Roman Reigns. So Roman will become my new wild card. So I'm making the official swap.
I think you are burning that, but all right.
Well, I mean, he's just my wild card, so it's like kind of my extra spot. You know what I'm saying? I still have my main roster set in stone, but it's kind of based on a hunch I have. So we'll see what happens if that plays out.
I don't like your hunch.
So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to mark myself off from 3 down to 2, but I'm going to make that swap official. But JPO, I go to you now. You are in first place, so I'd imagine what the answer will be. But I must ask formally if you'd like to make any last minute change for the Rumble. You're welcome to do so.
I want Ilya Dragunov. No, I'm okay.
Yeah, okay. I have a feeling most of your roster is going to be in the Rumble. Most of our rosters are going to be in the Rumble, so there's some good stuff there. So just had to ask, just to be sure. But yeah, I'll be the only one to make a swap, and there's enough PLEs, I think. Throughout the, I'll have a chance to get that one back if I want to get that one back. So, yeah, we'll see what's there. But yeah, so let's get to some Royal Rumble predictions, and we got a lot of things to do. And let me kind of, before JPO you pull up the things start running down the actual matches, what we're going to be predicting overall, in case you guys need to kind of make any last minute decisions. Obviously we'll be predicting the winners of the non-Rumble matches, so that'll be pretty straightforward, just picking a winner. As far as the Rumbles go, both for the women's and the men's, we're making several predictions within those. So for each one, we will pick a winner and a dark horse winner. And either one, if they win, you get the prediction point, but you could have a winner kind of prediction and a dark horse. You will also be picking 3 people, 3 total for each Rumble. So 3 women, 3 men, and anybody that's not on the main roster. So that can include NXT, it can include old veterans, TNA, AAA, indie wrestlers, whatever you want, anybody just not on the official main Raw or SmackDown roster. So 3 of those, and any one of those entries gets you a point apiece if they appear in the Rumble. And then we'll also be picking the Iron Man or Iron Woman, the person you think will last the longest in the Rumble as well. We'll get you a point. And then after we do the predictions, we'll be spinning a wheel for some for some Rumble numbers. So if that person who ends up winning the Rumble, if you had that number of entry, you get an extra bonus prediction point for that as well. But we'll spin those numbers after the fact. So, but we got to run all this down first. So, JPO, the floor is yours, sir. Break it all down. What do we got going for the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I mean, only 4 things. Not too much discussed in that aspect here. Yeah. I will say this though up front too. I want to add. I don't know about you guys.
Yes.
None of these 4 I'm like dead set on. I give Rumble props for that. I could see worlds where both either ones win the singles matches. I see worlds where different people win the Rumble. At least that's me personally, anyway.
Yeah, I think it's a fairly unpredictable show, which I think is actually a good thing. I think we've had some years in the past where there's a lot of like predictability. Although I feel like, did any of us predict Uso last year? Maybe Jacob, somebody did, but not a lot.
One of us, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of thought it was Cena. I think someone said that, or CM Punk, things like that. I think a lot of people, Cena and CM Punk were kind of the top contenders, and then Uso kind of took it. So, but yeah, so no, I like it.
Even this first one here, Gunther and AJ, boy, can I make a claim for both here. The fact that they've kind of bum rushed in a way the Shinsuke match. They had one meeting on SmackDown, they're fighting on Saturday. They bum rushed CM Punk real quick. Okay, we got that out of the way. Almost feels like, are they like rushing to the finale? Like, and you never know too, like the behind the scenes, like maybe AJ wanted to retire in January and just didn't want to say anything because that would be stealing Cena's thunder in a way. So maybe he kept it quiet and was like, all right, we're here, let's end it. Gunther obviously is the retirement king. He, defeated Goldberg. He defeated Cena. Let's keep the gimmick going because it'd be kind of weird, I think, to end the gimmick now in a way.
Yeah.
Because AJ retired now. And does he retire in Saudi is where I'm kind of like also wondering. Like,
right, yeah.
But he did debut at the Rumble. See what I'm saying? Like this also kind of is a cool, it's a tight 10-year story of 2016, debut, 2026. I'm out. I'm literally talking myself into both ways right now because I was like gonna say AJ, but there's so many signs as to why it could be Gunther. Oh man. I'm gonna say Gunther wins it, and that's honestly not what I was gonna say earlier. Whoever goes first, Pez or Ronda,
we'll let Ronda go first. You can go ahead.
Yeah, what do you think, AJ and Gunther?
Well, I sat here and thought about it too, JPO, and
yeah,
he did premiere in the Rumble. AJ did in 2016.
I was there. JPO was there.
I know.
Yeah.
I watched the show.
Yeah, she watched that Rumble this week. We watched it, but we're there.
But to be honest with you, I think it's going to be Gunther.
Okay,
we're in agreement, Paz. You think Gunther's ending?
Man,
phenomenal one.
Yeah, I know. You could literally make a storyline argument for both of these.
Yeah.
But it's kind of it's been so fast tracked. It's kind of weird that, but it has elevated the intrigue of the match. That's for sure. You know what I mean? Like I'm way more intrigued of the match now. Not that they wouldn't have had a good one, but I'm very, very intrigued. Maybe I'll go against the grain and I'll say AJ pulls it out, but via some kind of shenanigan that like pisses off Gunther, so much so that maybe that carries over into the Rumble. Because the one thing that intrigues me as well is that Gunther is actually in the Rumble also. There's something about that also intrigues me, that like maybe he's going to take out his frustration on something or have an extra motivation to then like be pissed off. I don't know. There's something there. They've been really careful, and I know this is like a wild conspiracy. They've been really careful to say, even in AJ's own promos, that his WWE career is over doesn't necessarily mean his wrestling career is over. I know it's like words and semantics, but they've been very careful to say that if he loses. But at the same time, he's like, oh, there's so many other people I want to wrestle here and there. I just don't see it ending here, like in Saudi. Like I just don't. I think it'll be kind of shady the way they skirt out of it. So I'll be interested to see how the ending is booked. But I'll say AJ just slips out of it by a margin, but it's not like a definitive victory, if that makes any sense. Something like that. So we'll see.
Yeah.
And maybe they run it back later in the year or something like that. I think they could swing back.
That's
around
always possible. 100%.
So I'll go against the grain here, and I think Richie did as well when he sent his predictions. I'm gonna say AJ. So yeah,
a little bit of a torn house of these two. Looks like Goldmember killed them.
Yeah.
The title's on the line. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn. Ronda, what you thinking?
She doesn't want to go first.
I don't know about this one either because I know Drew McIntyre just got that. Is this a title defense?
Yes. Oh yeah, title on the line.
Undisputed title on the line.
See, he just got that, but Sami Zayn is like big in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes, he's very over in Saudi Arabia. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna say Sammy. Why not?
Pull the trigger. Okay. Pull the trigger in Saudi. I think Sammy will become a champion this year at some point, but they do like multiple Saudi shows a year. I don't think it necessarily has to be this one. I think they could do like a crown jewel thing later. He could still do it in Saudi. My argument is still, Drew just kind of won it. I don't see him really dropping it until Mania at the earliest in a match with maybe somebody else. So I think Sammy will be over. I think it'll be a good match. I'm going to stick with Drew here. I'm hoping it's Drew for my fantasy points as well. I like title defenses. Those are good for fantasy points. But, I'll stick with Drew here, but I do see Sammy picking up that title at some point this year somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, this is another one. I think definitely good claims for both here. I think Drew's number one claim just simply that he just got it. Do we really kill the wind already for a guy who unfortunately has had the wind knocked out of him both title runs? You know, because of the world shutting
I
down.
even showed her some of that WrestleMania, you know, like right after he had won.
Yeah.
Remember, he won the Rumble, and then so the COVID WrestleMania. That's where she watched that Boneyard match, and I was like, yeah. And Drew had his big title win here in front of zero people. Zero people, yeah, and at the Performance Center. Yeah, I was like, there you go. So.
Yeah. So yeah, but then Sammy, like I said, super over in this particular area, so that's a cool story to tell there. I'm also always kind of taking it back in mind, at least to me. Gunther beating AJ is going to be a bit of a man. Yeah. Do you do it again with Drew defeating Sammy? Like, do you man it twice, which then goes? So if I'm thinking Gunther, does that mean Sammy win? Am I wrong on Gunther? And AJ will win, so Drew can win. Because now I want to lean towards Drew, and I don't see both heels necessarily winning. But I'm going to say it anyway because I've already dug my grave. So Drew.
Okay, Drew. All right. So
I just don't see him losing right away, and I do think the build might be even better if Sammy because I feel like he got this, again, Saturday's main event like a week ago, right? Like last Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think the build could be better too, to Sammy finally getting his day.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I guess I'm the only one on that one.
She's the only one on that one, but she's going to get the grain. I like it.
I'd be cool if we're wrong here, but the women's Rumble match is announced here. At least on the poster, not too many. We got Liv Morgan, Rhea, Roxanne, Raquel, Io, Becky, Asuka, Charlotte, Nia, Alexa. Maybe some others have been announced as well. Pez.
Okay, so let's break this down piece by piece, and we'll go in the order. Say if we could, let's start with the Iron Woman, then let's go to the entrance, and then we'll go to the winner and the dark horse. Does that make sense? We'll kind of build our way up to it. Does that make sense?
Say it again. I just want to make sure I have mine ready.
We'll start with the Iron Woman, whoever you think is going to last the longest. We'll do then we'll go around, and everybody will give their three entrance, the non-roster entrance, and then we'll go to the dark horse winner, the dark horse and the winners, and we'll do those.
Okay, that's what I got.
Fair enough. Okay, so start with me. I think it'll be a woman that is kind of a workhorse on the roster that could kind of sneak around and stick around. So for that, I'm going to go with Lyra. I'll say Lyra is your Iron Woman for this one. JPO.
I'm gonna say it's somebody that I'm hoping I'm taking kind of a big shot here. I'll say Bianca lasts for a very long time.
Okay.
I was gonna say Lyra.
Lyra, okay, that's fair. You can say it too.
Good shot.
Yeah, Lyra. Okay. All right. So we'll go around. And I guess we'll do the same order. All right. So we'll do our three entrants, and I haven't thought about this too much, so I'm gonna have to throw some out there. I'll throw like 2 NXTs and then maybe something else. I think a pretty easy one. This might be low hanging fruit. I'll go Sol Ruka. I think that's pretty solid. That Sol will be in there, do some acrobatic stuff. So I she even could have some like Kofi type stuff. I'll go Lola Vice. She's been showing up in both AAA and NXT a lot. So I think it's a good shot. Lola shows up for the Rumble. Maybe I'll throw out like a veteran that's not there. Maybe they throw Paige in there. Maybe she makes her big return at the Rumble. Let's go Paige, or they call her Paige, I guess. Same person rule, whatever they end up calling her. I'd imagine so. Yeah, maybe she shows up as a surprise. So JVO.
Well, I'm gonna go 2/3 with you.
Okay.
So,
okay. Right.
I think Sol Ruka I feel is pretty well liked and could do some cool shit, shine, get some pops. So I'll go Sol. I'll just simply go the champ now, JC Jane. I think she's liked as well, and we'll get in there. And I'm gonna agree with Paige. I think that's your cool kind of return. I know it worked out organically where the thing she was doing got canceled. So you could say, maybe she's going to cancel anyway. I don't know, but so there's also signs that she wouldn't be there anyway. But I think Paige would be cool to see.
I think there's a chance we both get a good chunk of these because I can see Lola and JC and Sol will all be in there. You know what I mean? Just getting all those women in there. I can see that for sure. So we'll see that. Lola's kind of my she shows up more in AAA than NXT, so she's kind of my pseudo AAA pick, because she gets featured on there a lot. So she's kind of like the line there. But Rhonda, what three are you gonna go with?
I was gonna go with Sol Ruka.
Okay, I mean it's a pretty like. I would be shocked if she wasn't in it. We'll just put it that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's
I was gonna go with JC Jane.
JC Jane, okay, yeah.
But the other person I think will show up is AJ Lee.
AJ Lee, okay. That counts, right? Because she's not officially on the roster at the moment, is she? Like not active.
I'd be cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with her going that because I feel like she was just kind of a guest appearance for a couple of PLEs here and there. She's not like
she's not been on there much.
Active, yeah, she really hasn't. I could see that. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Punk's there. She could ride along in the plane. You know what I mean? Shows up there, enters the Rumble. I would not be surprised. Bring your
cannot wear the jean shorts. Gotta wear.
Yeah, can't wear the jean shorts. She's got to wear long jeans or something. Yeah. So, all right. So we'll go around, and I guess it's on me for the dark horse and the winner. I for the winner, like. I think they've been eyeing it towards this Judgment Day thing, so I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. That Liv picks up the win here. My dark horse is Bianca, actually. I think Bianca it would be a little predictable if she came back, much like Charlotte, and came back and got the win, but they could do that to kind of make her presence known again and then angle that for something at Mania. So I'll say Liv and or Bianca as my two. So,
wait, we get two dark horses?
No, Liv is the winner. Bianca's my dark horse, but either one counts as either one wins. Yeah.
The only reason I'm huffing is because I swear to God, agreed on both.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean,
I can show you my doc, man. I swear.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
I really love Liv. She's been close before, so that's also where my heart's going. And then Bianca, I could just simply it being the Charlotte thing.
Yeah,
she's over already. Hey, look, here she is again, and I can see her getting a title shot.
I think the men's is a little more unpredictable. We could be all over the place because even Richie has some out there ones too. So we'll get there. But I mean, I feel like this one's a little more. I feel like the Liv thing has been kind of foreshadowed for a little while now, but we'll see what happens. But hey, Rhonda could be out there. What are you going with? What do you got?
Tiffany and Bianca.
Tiffany and Bianca. Okay, could be Tiffy time. Sure. Tiffany and Bianca. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. Richie, by the way, I have his picks. I can let you know what he voted for. He had AJ and Drew, by the way, in the earlier ones. And he is going with Liv and Raquel as your dark horse. So, okay. So Raquel. And then he had for his Iron Woman also had Lyra, so that seems like a solid pick there. Soul, Lola, and Paige. So that's with me on that one. So we're all kind of circling around the same people. So sounds good. All right. Well, I think that does it for now for the women's one. There we go.
Yeah, over at the men's here, it is on the flyer again. We got Rey Mysterio, Austin Theory, Obafemi, Bronson Reed, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Jey Uso rather, Logan Paul, and Penta El Zero Miedo, or just Penta.
We're back to you, JP. You get to kick off all of these, man. So you go first.
All right, so what do you want? You want
the Iron Man first. Who's last in the
I'll say Austin Theory. I think he's in no way gonna win and needs a little bit of a push to so.
All right, Mr. Theory. Rhonda, who is your Iron Man?
I think Elena Dragunov.
Okay, Ilya. Okay.
And
I also had Dragunov as I think he's a workhorse that could easily kind of sneak around, do some fun spots. He's got the cardio, he's got the intensity. So
it reminds me of I think Danielson did a couple long, or I think he's Iron Man, the greatest Rumble. 50 minutes. So that reminds me of him.
Yeah, it could be a good showing, for him, and still get that spot, but not necessarily a winner. So I'd roll with that. I think we all predicted either Carmelo or Penta last year or something like that, and Penta ended up being it, but Carmelo had a pretty good showing as well. So some of those kind of mid-card workhorse guys I could see for sure. But JPO, all right, we're going to the 3 entrants, man. What do you got?
I think the one that some will agree with me on, Mr. Iguana. unless there is a visa issue, there's no way this dude's not popping up in that Rumble. I feel like he's the most obvious to me.
Yeah.
I think they want to sell some toys here soon.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go against kind of like past logic of Joe Hendry, not Joe Hendry, but Angel Ortiz. I'm sorry, Angel Ortiz, Mike Santana. Wrong, not Angel Ortiz, not Ortiz from not his partner from AEW.
Mike Santana. TNA is Mike Santana. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Mike Santana will get a spot. I think that'll be cool. And then finally, was tonight live? Actually, look at see if tonight was live on TNA. And then Ricky Saints.
Okay.
I was looking ego, but I was like, yeah, let's go Ricky Saints. Give him some time to shine.
Okay. Rhonda.
I was gonna say Mr. Iguana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Joe Hendry. Do you think he's gonna show up?
He's pretty safe. He's pretty safe, and technically, yeah, he's still on the NXT roster. Am I right? So yeah, he's not main roster yet. So that's
yeah. No, he's NXT.
No, 100%. So that counts. I think that's pretty safe. That at some point.
Yeah. And I have another one that might shock both against, but I think will show up, and I think that's Royce Keys, which is also Hobbs.
Hobbs. So she's saying Hobbs. That Hobbs will show up.
Yeah, but his name is Royce.
Whatever I'm gonna put Hobbs down, just whatever they call him by. But yeah,
as we say in WWT trivia, same human rule. Whatever they call him. If that
whatever they call him, it counts. Points. It counts.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they're gonna call him Royce Keys. That's his name.
Well, they patented that. Doesn't mean it's going to him. People just kind of speculating that. Right. We don't know that yet. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna go with Iguana. Yeah, if you're gonna have any AAA guy, you're gonna have the guy do the puppet spots. Have a little fun. A little comic relief in there. Do some stuff. I'm also gonna go with Ricky Saints. I think Saints will get a little spot in there. Yeah, I think that's a solid one to give him a little push. And then nobody said him yet. I'll go Jericho. I think Jericho pops up. We get the countdown, and Jericho enters the Rumble. So I think this is when we finally get. They've been dropping all these hints and little promo lines and people doing his moves and all kinds of shit on TV. I think it's just all the hints that Jericho is finally going to make his return to WWE at the Rumble. So yeah, I'm gonna rock Jericho for that one. So all right.
Can I also say something?
Yes, please.
I also think Chad Gable's going to show up. I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he was cleared.
I'll
so
buy that.
Yeah, he could definitely show up.
I think he's going to show up.
Yeah, but yeah, he wouldn't count for this one because he's technically still on the main roster. So yeah, I can definitely see Chad Gable showing back up for sure.
He could be an Iron Man. Shit.
Yeah.
What about Dominic Mysterio? You think he'll show up?
Yeah, I think he'll be back. He'll be ready to go. Yeah, he just had
Dominic not being there.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, let's go. JPO, your winner and your dark horse winner. Either one counts if they win for prediction points, but your winner and your dark horse. What do you got?
Yeah, I'll go dark horse Braun Breaker. I'll go winner LA Knight. I just want to see something different. Cody bores me to death. And as far as winning the Rumble, you've had enough Rumble wins. Go away, Cody. Roman, fuck off. I'm scared you're gonna say he's gonna win Pez. We've seen Jay. Go away. I love Penta. I love Oba. They're not Rumble winners. I don't think Bronson's gonna get a title shot. Again, he seems like something I think Knight versus Drew could be cool. That's where I'm leaning.
Okay. All right, Rhonda.
Well, he's not gonna like my pick. I'm just straight Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns.
Okay. All right.
I'm cool with Braun if he gets. I just Roman. Oh God, don't win another Rumble, Roman. No.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, you're not gonna like me either because I have a sneaky suspicion that they're gonna push the big dog's gonna come back and take the whole damn thing and go after Drew or somebody. And
didn't even cut a promo. You're not even there to hype the show. Fuck off.
I know, but you know them. They love their establishment.
They do. That's why I'm upset because it's so possible.
So
it's very possible.
You maybe knew where I was going when I picked him up for my wild card.
Right, as soon as you said that, I was like, oh, because you think he's gonna win the goddamn Rumble.
Yeah, because I think he's gonna win the goddamn Rumble. My dark horse, I because of this is more due to my earlier prediction. I think there's gonna be some shenanigans. And I do think Gunther has come close twice. I'm going to go with
my mind.
I'm going to go with Gunther as a dark horse that he could sneak in there, have a similar it doesn't have to be similar to last year where he was an hour or whatever. He could come in late.
I could see him being 28 and just fucking
just coming in dominating a little bit. using, sneaking in there, getting it in, and continuing this, like, the best in the world kind of thing, whatever. I think he could be a sneaky dark horse that he's come close twice already, and they could pull the trigger with it a third time. So he'll be my dark horse. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Gunther.
No, I definitely contemplated him a lot. Yeah, for
But
sure.
but hey, but this one, as we've seen, I think this one could go a number of ways, like 5 or 6 different ways, like with a couple
Yeah.
of people. So I think this one's way more unpredictable as far as the winner goes.
I
at
even
least,
see because they kind of alluded to Braun on Monday. I could even see like a sneaky like Logan swerve, like in a way, maybe. Like there's some possibilities.
Richie actually went with Jacob Fatu. So that's kind of an out there one. And then he went with LA Knight as his dark horse. He's with you about LA possibly being in there. So we'll see. I mean, maybe the internet will finally shut up if LA wins a Rumble. You know what I mean? About like not being them, like not giving a shit about it. We'll see. And then if he doesn't win, they'll complain some more about LA not winning. So that's the whole thing. He had Ethan Page, Mr. Iguana, and X-Pac. He's always putting X-Pac in there every single time with the X-Pac.
I used to as well, but just from hearing him in interviews, I feel like he's done. But
Ethan Page is a possibility for NXT. I can see that.
Definitely. I almost did him and not Saints, but I was like, I'll go give some Saints love.
And we're all simpatico on the thing. Oh, by the way, and his Iron Man, he said JD McDonough. So we'll see what happens there.
That's a decent guess. He'd be one that like kind of gets knocked down, but is around a lot. If he's even in it though. Like,
I know he's kind of
who's in it.
Yeah. So but yeah, so there we go. All right, so lots of predictions in there.
No one did say this though, but I forgot to even say because he didn't make the poster. But Brock Lesnar did say he's going to be in it.
Brock Lesnar declared for the Rumble, so he is there. Yes, and he could be a big wild card. Not as a winner, but he's always a presence in the Rumble. So there you go.
A Roman love, some Braun love.
No yeets from the panel. Sorry, Jay. No 2 in a row for you.
No, Jay. I would bet money that Jay's not getting it this year.
No, he had his moment. We're not going with that. So, all right, let's pop this off, and we got some more Rumble business to take care of. So what we have to do is this is what we did for extra prediction points as well. I've got a wheel full of numbers 1 through 30. That we've got, but I've also got the names here. Now, Richie is not here, so I want to be careful with this because I don't want him to I kind of feel like he almost needs to be one of the ones that's at 8 just because he's not here to pick a number if he was one of the 7s. I'll tell you what, I'll volunteer to be one of the 7s if you guys want me to, but that also gets to pick a number if that's fair. So if you want me to volunteer for that, and we can spin some of these other ones if you want to spin it. But I'll volunteer
whatever's easiest.
Just because I'm here, you know what I mean? So I can do that. But yeah, let me get the right.
I was like, we should punish Richie, but
well, I don't want to punish, but then again, he can't pick his numbers or his freebie number if he wanted to pick one. So it just kind of is what it is. Let me see if it would have come up regardless. So it would have been Rhonda going first as far as getting the first number that we spin. And you see just what happens with the actual wheel if we were just to keep spinning it and see what happens. All right, it goes to me. I'll volunteer to go 4th and pick a number. I'll volunteer for that. So that's fine. I'll take just 7 numbers instead of 8. I'm okay with that. And then I'll pick a number. So it would have gone to Richie. If you're cool with that, JPO, I'm going to give him the other 8 just because he's not here to pick a number. So again, you'll have one less number, JPO, but I'll go to you first because I'll put you in the 3rd place position, and you can pick your first number, and I will take it off the wheel, if that makes sense. So you can pick any number when we get to you. So, Rhonda, you'll have the first official spin when we spin. Mm-hmm. Richie will have the second official spin as we spin these numbers, and I'll write them down as we go. JPO, I'll put you in the 3rd position, so you can pick any number 1 through 30 for your first number. What number? So you can guess if you think your winner, your LA Knight, or one of your 2 might come in at a certain position. You can call it now. So I'll let you pick whatever your first number is, and I'll take it off the wheel.
28.
28. Okay, so you want number 28. Sounds good. All right. And you know what? You never know. I'll just take number 30. Why not? So, it always is somebody interesting, usually. So, all right. So, what I'll do is I'll take 30 and 28 off the wheel, and then we'll start to spin it here. All right. And then we'll spin it in order here. So, all right. All right. Let me shuffle this up. Let me put this on screen so everybody can see. And I'll write these numbers down as we spin them. All right, there we go. Let me shuffle them up. So, Rhonda, this will be your first random number. And how this works is if the eventual winner had your number and came in at that order. Oh, you have that number 1 spot. So we'll see.
Like that number.
Hey, they've had winners at number 1. So, it does have a history. All right, so Richie's first number will be. All right, it will be the number 11. Okay. All right, now, JPO, you and I already picked our first numbers, so I'm going to go back to Rhonda for the next spin because we already have our first ones with the 28 and 30. So, Rhonda, this next number will be yours. And you will have number 26. They've had some winners for 26, from what I remember. Number. So, yep, one of those later numbers. All right, let me shuffle this up again. Richie will have number... Looks like, oh, no, it's going to scoot over to 13. Okay, 13. All right. All right, JPL, this will be your second number. After your pick of number 28, you will also get number, it looks like it's going to be right on the border, 18. All right. Okay. My second number will be... Looks like it's going to be number 9. All right. Okay. All right. I shuffle it up again. Back to Rhonda. Oh, almost at another 20. We got 16. Okay. Third number for Richie. Oh, he's got one of those high 20s, 25. Okay. JPO's third number. It looks like right in the middle, number 15. Halfway marker. My third number. Right on the border. It's going to scoot over to 7. Okay. All right. Rhonda, your next number. That's a solid number. They've had a lot of winners at 27, so 27 is a good number. They've had 4 or 5 winners at number 27.
Yeah, that was like the OG best number.
Yeah, I think even they were talking like we watched them one number 2004, 2005. They said like 4 winners from 27. Yeah, it was an early favorite for those numbers. So Richie's next number will be looks like it'll be an early one, number 5. Okay, spin that one. Shuffle it up again. And we're going to JPO's next number, which will be number 12. Okay. All right. And mine. Laying it down here. Looks like I'm going to have number 2. Okay. Ron, you got number 1. I've got number 2. All right. Okay. We're on this next number. Number 19. Okay. All right. Wheel's getting a little smaller. Richie's next number. Looks like he's going to have another single. Number 8. Okay. All right. JPO's next number. Coming up. It's going to be number 6. Okay. Laying it down here. All right, I'll shuffle it up after this one again. So I got 29 and 30. Okay, those later numbers. All right, I'll shuffle it up again. Back to Rhonda. Got 5 numbers so far, so a couple more here. Number 17. Okay. Richie's next number. All right, Richie will have one in the 20. He's got 24 and 25. All right. All right, JPO for you. Coming up to, looks like it'll be number 4. Okay. Spinning for mine. Could be another 20, be 20, number 20 even. Okay. All right. All right, Rhonda, I think you're second to the last number here. Number 14. Got a couple in the teens here. Okay. Richie's 7th number will be number 22. Okay. And I believe, JPO, this will be yours and my last number. So, JPO, this is your last number. Oh, you got that number 3. We've had some numbers.
Hey, my favorite personal number.
Okay. Number 3. All right. Okay. My last number. And then Rhonda and Richie will each take the last 2. So mine will be number 21, Blackjack. All right. And Rhonda, yours will either be, it's like 10 or 23. So let's see what you get. And you're going to get that 23. And Richie will have number 10. All right. So those are your numbers right there. So those are for extra prediction points. So if the eventual winner in either the women's or the men's rumble come from one of the numbers you spun, you get an extra prediction point automatically. So that's how it works. So I will keep track off to the side of all the entrants in order, and then circle the winner and see who had the number. So there you go. So some extra stuff here and there for the rumble that we do for fun. Since there's only 4 matches, we have to kind of make all these extra predictions and whatnot, and kind of make up for some more points and stuff like that. So, but it should be a fun rumble watch. Yeah, 2 p.m. right, JPO? Starting over in Saudi Arabia, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, get your VPN, Netflix it out, or ESPN app, whatever way you're gonna watch it. I'll probably be on that laptop with that VPN. So I'll be running that. Hopefully I get off work in time. I get off work at a little before 2 p.m. So I'm gonna try to shoot my shot there. All right, we're kind of doing it right. John's gonna send out that link for horror trivia in about 10 minutes. So I think we did it just good. We got everything done. Anything else, JPO, we need to attend to with the Rumble? I think that's about it. Right?
No, whatever. Rumble should be fun. Like I said, kudos to them actually on not being predictable.
Yeah.
I see several factors, both singles, both ways going, and a few different eras of the Rumble. Maybe it's someone nobody mentioned. Maybe it is like a real dark horse of oh shit, it is Austin Theory. Oh shit, it is Penta. Who knows? Or know. Jericho shows up and fucking wins. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know. He could win. Yeah, he could have somebody from earlier in the night that loses, comes back in the Rumble. They've had that happen. Somebody gets attacked. There's always like one of those spots where somebody gets attacked and jumps in.
Teased, like maybe like a Finn Balor.
Finn Balor, being pissed. Yeah, he was. They had that segment right where he went and wanted to jump into the Rumble, talk to Adam Pearce, and Adam said the Rumble was full. We're full. Sorry, we're full. So I feel like
2 days later, Brock was like, "I'm in it though."
Yeah, I feel like that's a situation, JPO, of like it's a very once again like Tozawa situation where like somebody like a Tozawa comes out, Balor just jumps his ass and jumps into the Rumble. I think that's a possibility for sure.
Watch it be Tozawa again.
Tozawa again.
Wow.
I hope it's not like a Mr. Iguana, like he jumps somebody like that, like it's like a fan favorite.
No, like you said, I picture him in the ring with that puppet. Like I don't think it's gonna be him.
But no, I could definitely see Balor taking that spot, the jumping the person right before they get out there, whatever.
Sadly, it could be R-Truth, maybe R-Truth. Who knows?
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens there. So, it should be a fun time as always. I like the Rumbles. The Rumbles are always a good time, and even those other two.
The Rumble.
And like we said, those other 2 matches, even with the unpredictability of those, and should be a hot ticket there. So,
and then in general, they're also just on paper like good matches too, like Sammy and Drew, good match,
right?
Edging. So, given time, if they're not overly like book shenanigan wise, like could be really good matches
for sure. I mean, there's enough time on these things where they could easily get 20 to 30 minutes a piece, if they'll give it to them. So we'll see what happens there. Anything you want to plug, Rhonda?
No.
Okay. I think she's a little peep. She's got to work till like 3:00 that day, so she's gonna miss something.
Oh no,
of the
you might
Rumble.
miss her whole Rumble.
I know. I hope.
Rhonda. Right around 1:30. Oh, I don't feel so good. You know,
yeah, I'm throwing
that in there.
Yeah. Brian did make a comment that with Gunther being in the Rumble, they could do Punk and Styles first, or excuse me, Styles and Gunther first. They could open with that. That's a possibility.
Yeah, me and Cass were looking at it the other day. Like they have played with the format. Like there is no like direct format.
Right.
You know, the women's is main evented, the men's main evented, a singles match is main evented, like a singles match has started, a Rumble has started. Yeah, it really depends on their booking and just how they want to have everything play out.
Yeah. So even the match order is kind of unpredictable at this point. Yeah,
in a weird way. Like this is one of those nights. Like if Gunther does straight up lose, like I could see him weirdly enough more likely to win the Rumble.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like that, my prediction kind of hinges on that, but that could all go to shit if he just straight up wins. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, all right, we'll get our plugs out of the way, and we'll go hit some horror mystery trivia. JP, what you got to plug? You're a busy man over on the Pierce Code. What you got going?
Yeah, man. No, even I got that singles tournament. We did a match earlier. Go watch Anthony versus Aaron. I believe we have something tomorrow filming. I believe we have something Sunday filming. So the tournament is still rolling out, and we're only in round 1. But yeah, we're chugging along with that here. And then just keep it simple with that here. Other stuff all over the place. Like we said, Why We Love Horror. I believe me and you are dominating that channel Friday, because not only we 1v1, and then the mystery thing will play right after that. And we still don't know. Are we teaming on that? Are we finding?
We have no idea. We
don't know yet either.
He said the teams aren't even determined. It's going to be random.
Yeah,
so
we
might
could
be
wheel it live, or we'll see. Yeah.
We don't even know.
So Friday we will be dominating the horror channel. Go watch us over there as well.
That's right.
Then,
for sure. And as far as me, outside of the Movie Hero Network, I'll be doing literally tomorrow night a Ryan Permison and I quote watch along for The Phantom, celebrating its 30th anniversary. A little commentary watch along for The Phantom. I love that movie a lot.
Phantom's like a mother. The other one.
Yeah. Hopefully, me and Wolfman after the Rumble will be doing our horror wrap up for 2025 and our drinking game later that night for Texas Chainsaw 3D. So we will be doing that. And then as far as on the Movie Hero Network, you can find me over there. I'll be hosting tomorrow night after that Phantom commentary our Sword and Sandals and Medieval Madness tournament. So all kind of sword and sandal movies, some medieval movies, a sprinkling of samurai movies, things like that. So that'll be on Friday, and then we'll jump into the coming of age YA mystery tournament the following week. So I'll just leave it at that. We'll wrap things up. Because we're gonna go do some horror stuff here in a few minutes. But fun times always. Thanks, Rhonda, for joining us for the predictions. Always fun. She doesn't want to be on for every single one of the predictions, like all the minor PLEs, but definitely for like the Rumble, WrestleMania, stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely have you on to predict those.
You want to talk Backlash and Bash and Berlin or whatever?
Right. The Clash in whatever France or whatever the hell they do, or Italy, whatever they're doing this year. Some uncreative name, things like that.
Clash in Rome?
I would do Clash of the Colosseum. That's what I would call it if they were doing it in Rome. But that's like, even if it's not literally at the Colosseum, but that's what I would do. Come up with something creative. This Clash at the whatever thing is uninspired. We wanted to call it the Paris thing. We were like Peril in Paris. That would be a cool name, but they didn't do.
And again, feeling very Chat GPT. It's like what you already have is good enough.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Just stick with it. All right, so we'll wrap it up there for tonight, and we'll come back next week, obviously, and we'll break down all the shenanigans, all the news coming out of the Royal Rumble. We'll break it all down and see what we were right about, what we weren't right about.
Since Howell won the Rumble,
that's crazy. Yeah, and he's going to WrestleMania. We'll stop there. Hopefully, Richie should be back with us next week. So for Rhonda, for JPO, I've been Austin Pez Howell. Enjoy the Rumble, everybody. Happy Rumble season, and we'll see you next time here on the Lonely Marks. Bye.